Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is HackingIsFreedom, and today I have a video on Soulcalibur 5, and these are going to be the unattainable weapons in the game Soulcalibur 5. Now, you cannot get these weapons, you cannot get these weapons in the game without somehow modding the game or altering the code. So therefore, let's get straight into it. Number 1 is Nightmare with his alternate Soul Edge weapon. So as you guys can see, not much from the standard 1P weapon, not much difference at all, but the only difference is here. I'm pretty sure you guys will know the difference. I will show you guys the original, and yeah. So the only differences here is the blade. The actual blade itself is a lot more shinier than the original. It's also darker, there's more detail, and overall I personally like this one way better. As you can see, it gets a little bit like more blood red right there in the sun. But anyways, yeah, I personally like this one a lot better because it just, I don't know, it just looks more evil, you know. It looks like he's supposed to use this one. I don't quite know why this is still in the game. I don't know if the developers left it in here. I don't know if this was the one that they were supposed to use, but they switched to the more uglier / dumbed down version. I mean, this one has a lot higher detail and whatnot, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a secret. I don't know why. Maybe this is one, like I said, maybe this is the one that they were supposed to be using, but they kind of switched at last minute and left this in here. So, rolling on to number 2, it is Nightmare again, with his alternate Soul Edge once more. But this is the Soul Edge from Soulcalibur 4. So yeah, this is the this is the Soul Edge from Soulcalibur 4. Also, if you guys haven't played Soulcalibur 4, this is also the sword he uses in Legendary Souls and in the opening cutscene. So, not much about this one, it's just an older sword. Pretty cool looking. Now, on to Patroclus. Not much difference with his weapon at all. The only difference is here, as you can see, he is wielding the Soulcalibur blade. This is the weapon that he uses in the story / campaign mode. And this is the only time he actually uses this weapon. Other than that, you will not see this weapon used in any other gameplay at all. But again, like I said, if you somehow alter the code, you will obviously be able to obtain it. Okay, moving on to number 4, Alpha Patroclus. Now, there is no difference with this weapon whatsoever, but it's just a standard recolor of the Soulcalibur weapon. Yes, this is the recolor of Soulcalibur, which is his actual standard 1P weapon. But as you can see, it is not the standard color like I just showed you in the previous Patroclus. That's how it's supposed to be. This is the recolored version of Soulcalibur. And I'm gonna start off by saying right now, I know these colors are fucking disgusting, but I just chose random colors to show you guys on all of the weapons that are recolorable. So please don't hate me on the colors. I just chose them random just to show you guys what can all be colored. Okay, moving on to number 5, which is Mitsurugi. Really not much difference here, but he has the Soulcalibur, which is also recolorable. As you can see, a little bit more detailed than the standard Soulcalibur, and as you see, I recolored it so it is a darker blue mixed with a lighter blue, and obviously you can see the black. So I have black, light blue, and a little bit of purple. So yeah, that's very nice. I don't quite know why he has a Soulcalibur weapon in the first place, because he is a samurai, but I've been told this is just a placeholder. Maybe the developers were actually like trying to make a weapon for him, but they kind of just, instead of making the game crash if somebody found this weapon, they kind of made a Soulcalibur for him as a placeholder. I don't know, that's what I've been told, but yep, there's his Soulcalibur weapon. Number 6 is again Mitsurugi. Not much difference here yet again, but It's just a recolorable one piece. As you see, his holder here is a bright, disgusting piss yellow, and his blade is a nice, awesome blue, and his holder here is a fucking ugly pink. So other than that, guys, this weapon is identical to the 1P, the standard 1P, but it is recolorable. Moving on to number 7, which is Tira. Nothing special on this weapon either. It's just recolor. It's just a recolor of her 1P. And again, like I said, the colors are fucking disgusting, but I don't care. I just wanted to show you guys that it's recolorable. So as you guys can see, I used green, blue, and a slighter darker gray. So yep. Moving on to number 8, which is Aeon. Again, not much difference. The only thing here is it didn't work for some reason, but he has recolorable 1Ps, and for some reason it didn't show up here. Those are the Edge Master, as you see, the Master, but these right here, these are his standard 1P, and yeah, I recolored them, but for some reason they did not show up. Moving on to number 9, which is Cervantes. Cervantes really does not have anything different. As you see, they are his standard 1P, but these are the infected 1P. If I can fucking scroll over there. It's being stupid, but yeah, as you guys see, that purple little veiny stuff at the bottom of his sword, that is the infected part of the sword. It's on both sides, but it's not on the other sword over here. It's just on this one. And for the people that don't know about this sword is only seen in the Legendary Souls edition, well, not the edition, the Legendary Souls mode of this game. Moving on to number 10, which is Ivy. And again, not much difference between her 1P, but again, it is recolorable. So, her 1P is obviously this, but like I said, I chose some fucking ugly colors for her, just because I want to show you guys that's recolorable. So as you guys can see, I used like a limey pea green mixed in with the dark blue and that little purple, almost the same colors or little lines there. Same purple for her little orb. And the standard 1P is this one. As you guys can see, it is a big difference. Okay, moving on to number 11, which is Xiba. Again, not much difference from his 1P, but it is recolorable. So as you guys can see, I have the white little fucking things, ornaments I guess you can call them, and a green staff. So yeah, and his 1P is this. Pretty cool. Moving on to number 12, Hilde. And once again, not much difference, but the recolor. Now this one, I'm actually kind of surprised. I actually picked some really nice colors for her. I mean, again, I picked these colors out on random. But I mean, they look really nice. Like this one looks really nice. I mean, like, I don't know why, but I really like this. So the only difference here is black with the light blue and obviously that orangey red and the white staff. And I will show you guys her 1P, which is right here. Alright, moving on to number 13, good old Siegfried. Now, as you can see, a pretty big difference here. Fucking ugly colors once again, but not much difference. It's a mixture, just because of the colors, but not much difference from his 1P, again, just recolorable. So as you see, I got the blue blade, the green fucking inner blade thing, and a red fucking, whatever the fuck that is, and a orange handle. I mean, it actually looks really fucking disgusting, But I mean, hey, I just chose the colors randomly just to show you guys what can be colorable. So again, I would show his 1P, and there's his 1P. Moving on to number 14, Siegfried once again, and it says weapon, Soulcalibur? Interesting, is it the hidden one? No, it is not. It is the Soulcalibur, the actual real Soulcalibur. We're from Soulcalibur 4, and if you guys haven't played Soulcalibur 4, this is also the weapon that he uses in the Legendary Souls edition, and it's the same weapon he uses in the cutscene along with Nightmare. Moving on to number 15, Pyrrha. Really not much difference on Pyrrha whatsoever, but the shield and the handle and the little thing on the blade. As you can see, the shield is yellow with a green ring around it, and the very, very beautiful light blue handle, and I don't know what the fuck that middle thing's called, but yeah. And I will show you her 1P. There's her standard 1P. So we got the blue shield with the pink ring around it. Mine was green and yellow. I thought that was actually different, guys, but no, it's still the same light blue, so never mind about that. So the only thing that's different on Pyrrha was her shield. Alrighty, let's move on to number 16, which is Viola. Everybody's favorite character because she looks so sexy and sounds so sexy, apparently. But her secret weapon / unattainable weapon is this awesome galaxy-looking ball. Now this thing actually is pretty interesting because it doesn't have any orb effect. If you guys have played Soulcalibur, all of her weapons have like a pulsating orb effect, and this one doesn't. It just kind of floats here. But this is a big difference from her 1P, because I will show you her 1P, which is this. As you see, it has like a kind of like a mist effect around it. That is basically the only difference, and every other weapon that she has is nowhere near like the one I just showed you, the Galaxy one. Alrighty, moving on to number 17, we got Raphael. And again, not much difference. The only thing that's different here is the recolorable 1P. So we got the light blue blade mixed in with the white background and the red trim and the purplish pink handle. Not much difference from his 1P, but I will show you his 1P. There we go. Obviously his 1P's, you know, a lot more smoother and darker because he is a vampire, so his colors aren't bright and cutie. But yeah, so there we go. Alrighty, moving on to number 18, which is Natsu. An actual pretty big difference here from her 1P. If it saved. I don't think it did. Yes, it did save. Okay, it did. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so the only difference between this one and her 1P, if you guys know who Taki is, these are basically the ones used by Taki, I do believe. That's what I've been told. I am not sure, because I don't remember Taki too much from basically all the other Soulcaliburs. I think that they were saying these are the blades from Soulcalibur 4 Taki. But like I said, I am not confirming that. I don't know. So, I mean, if someone else can confirm that, go right ahead. If you guys think, go right ahead. I mean, I think so, maybe. I don't know, there's a lot of secrets in this game, but yeah. So, and then I'll show you her 1P. Then there's her 1P. Basically a recolor of her 1P, but they're called something different. I don't quite know, because I don't really know Japanese, Chinese, whatever the fuck this shit is. But yeah, not much difference. They're called something else, and plus, as you saw, they were way darker than this one. Okay, moving on to number 19, which is Leixia. And the only difference with Leixia is obviously the colorable blade and they remove the tassel, is what I like to call it, on the back of her blade. On the handle right there, if I can fucking stop her from bouncing. Yeah, that on the end of her fucking blade right there, there should be a tassel. I will show you guys in a sec. But yeah, we got the dark fucking hideous blue blade. We got the pink little rose thing, black trim, and a red handle. So there we go. And her 1P, 10 feet of blue is, there we go. There's that little tassel thing I was talking about. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. That's why I call it a tassel. I don't know what to call it. So there we go. We got the light blue handle, and this is her standard 1P. Alrighty, moving on to number 20, which is Algol. Okay, moving on to Yoshimitsu, which is number 25, by the way. Or 23. Okay, so the only difference here, yet again, is the colorable blade and flag. As you see, the blade is a beautiful sky light blue. His handle is a fucking ugly purple. And I believe his flag is recolored. And also, his flag is a lot more shinier than his actual 1P flag. As you guys can see, it's more glossy. And I believe this is colored too, to a gray. And that's the only difference between him. I'll show you his 1P. There's his 1P. So yeah, the flag was colored to a darker orange. And as you see, it was way more glossy. See how it's not even shiny anymore? I mean, it's still kind of there, but it's not as shiny as the other one. His blade reverted back to the standard. And I thought that was colored, but it's not. And that's not colored either. So another thing you can color in Yoshimitsu is his blade and his flag. But it's still a nice touch because it's unattainable. So moving on to number 24, which is Dampierre. I think these will reset as well. Okay, no they don't. Sweet. So there we go. As you guys can see, this is not right. But this is actually Mitsurugi's blade. And I totally forget what it's called, but I mean, I'll probably look it up or something. I mean, I can go on Mitsurugi right now, but yeah, this is Jesus Christ, Mitsurugi's. This is Mitsurugi's, I think, his third weapon set. I totally forget what it's called, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's his third weapon set, I do believe. Okay, moving on to number 25, which is Dampierre. Once again, this one is this is his, which is Mitsurugi's again. I believe this one's called Hide in Shadow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but again, I don't know the names. But I mean, yeah. So as you see, he uses his Mitsurugi's entire blade. So there we go. Moving on to 26, Dampierre once again. And we also got Mitsurugi's Hard Practice, and again, all three of these blades were recolorable only on Dampierre. So if you guys, you know, thought you saw something, you're like, that wasn't the right color, and it wasn't. Because I did recolor them, but sadly they are only recolorable on Dampierre, which doesn't make sense, but I mean, whatever. So yeah, I got this recolorable, and this is Mitsurugi's Hard Practice sword and little holder thing. Okay, moving on to 27, Dampierre. Again, for some weird reason. Oh, that's right, he had one more. Okay, so this is Mitsurugi's standard 1P, which is pretty nice, but his 1P is recolorable on Dampierre, so there we go, his 1P recolored. We got the black holder, like the completely black holder. We got the red rope and a beautiful sky blue blade, and actually that thing right there, if you guys can see that, the dark blue little accessory there. Let's see if I can get that with him being dumb. Oh, there, let's see if I can, there we go. See that thing right there, guys, that dark blue piece, that is also recolorable. Moving on to Astaroth. And the only difference between this one and the original 1P Astaroth is his sword, obviously. But the only difference between this one and the 1P is the whole like shaft of it is shinier and darker, I do believe. If I can get back down there, the actual blade parts, like where the sharp is, where the sharpness is, that's a lot more shinier. As you can see, it's kind of like Nightmares with the extra shininess on the blades. It's very, very shiny. And the black piece right here that's connected to the sharp blades is different textured, and it's a lot darker than the original. I will show you guys his 1P right now. So there's his 1P. As you guys can see, get a better view here. So there we go. As you guys can see, the blades actually aren't even shiny at all. It's just kind of like it's painted white. But as you guys can see, the black scratchy stuff that are connecting to the blades is not shiny. It's not dark, or it's dark, but it's not as dark as the other one. It's not as dark as the other one, and plus the texture is different, if you did not notice that. Okay, so now I gotta show you guys Nightmares 1P. I forgot to show you this. So you guys remember this sword right here, this awesome, a lot better soul edge, I think. So yeah, remember I said the blade is more shiny, more detail, blah blah blah. So I forgot to show you guys his actual 1P. There's his 1P. Comment below which one you guys like better. Me personally, I do not like this one, because this one, I don't know, it just looks ugly, you know, it looks too plain. I mean, it looks nice, like I like the eye and whatnot, but other than that, this is the only thing that I actually like is the eye. Like the blade's shiny, yeah, but it looks like it's way too dirty. It's not as shiny. The detail, look at the detail. It's like it's ugly. I don't know. I like his modded one better. This one right here. This one looks so much better because it looks like more him, you know. It looks more evil. His eye is more bloodshot. Like I said, there's a lot more detail, as you see right there. In certain light, it goes like pitch reddish, orangish. So I mean, yeah. So there we go. That is nice. Okay. That should be everybody, but I remember I gotta show you guys the Algol. Now, I do believe the only way that I can actually do this is actually fight somebody, but I'm going to be trying to do it in here. A mock battle. If it'll let me do it, let's see. Okay, so it actually does work in mock battle. Okay, as you guys can see, his orb / mist around him is rainbow. So this is another unattainable weapon in the actual game. Because, obviously, it's not even in the game because developers took it out. I don't know why. This one would have been very, very nice to unlock, or like a secret unlock or something. But, yeah, a rainbow-colored orb. Not orb, like a mist aura kind of thing. So, yeah, so there's that one. Okay, the second one should be... This one should be the strength. Okay, so there we go. As you see, it's a lot darker blue / purple than the original. So this one's called Strength. I'm not sure if it gives you actually more damage. I highly doubt it. But I mean, it's still nice. It's just to get something that's not actually attainable in the game. So yeah, darker blue / purple. And the last one is my personal favorite. This one right here, number 22. Okay, so there we go. As you guys can see, it is a very dark blue. It is actually dark blue. I thought it was black, but in certain light, it's actually a very, very dark blue. So this is great on like demonized characters. So if you guys are really into this game, this will be a great for like a death character or a devil character or something like that. And this actually, it's obviously not obtainable, But this actually is not even a weapon that's even been made in the actual game. This is a weapon that has been made by the developer Violent Vodka of the Violent Vodka Soulcalibur 5 save editor. And I don't know how he did it, but I mean, it looks very nice. The only glitch that you can see, as you can see that very fast. The dark blue reverts to the standard 1P light blue. That is the only thing, but I mean, hey, it's a custom weapon made by somebody that actually designed their own weapon. I mean, that's very cool. So that's about it, guys. That concludes my awesome series / episode of Soulcalibur 5 Unattainable Weapons. I'll be making another video called Unattainable Models, as in, like, people. So yeah, so be sure to see that, be sure to look out for that. And yeah, if you guys like this video, don't be afraid to hack that like button. And I guess subscribe if you guys are new. I'll be making more stuff like this in the future. And remember, hacking is freedom.